Who was that first spiritual experience they'd like to share with the rest of us? I have spiritual experiences, I
Call will be
believe.
recorded. I have some, Messiah.
Very good.
So recently, I had the revelation between who Ahmed and Moses was.
All right.
Dude, on Revelation chapter 11, they said that one of the two witnesses that comes in the dreadful day of the Lord, they said they're both prophesied for 1,260 days.
Ahmed and Moses.
Right, Ahmed and Moses.
We the two witnesses, yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then they will have to, anybody that tries or attempts to kill them, shall have the need to be dead.
Killed like that by fire.
To be dead. And then it says, these two prophets have the will to do whatever they want while they're here.
Yeah, control the forces of nature, weather, and they can cause plagues whenever they please. They can give anybody AIDS or any kind of plagues on the planet. Yeah, we can do that.
That's right, yes, sir.
But we can also heal it. Very good. Who else has a spiritual experience they'd like to share with us?
I have a question.
I have one.
Very good.
Let the lady go first. Let the lady go first.
Very good.
I'm done. All right. Well, I had 3 conscious OBEs back to back on Saturday.
Wow.
Yeah, less than 60 seconds. I couldn't believe it. And the first one I had was I wanted to go outside, right, in my yard, which I did. But I saw the house across the street. It seemed a little bit taller. The second one I had, I was taking my client to the water park the same day. So my OB with that one was I saw the water park, and most of the sprinklers were red. But when I got there, they were red, but not all red. And my third OBE I had was I was watching the news that morning before I fell back asleep, and I was hovering over a busy interstate. So that hasn't happened before, having 3 back-to-back.
What were you listening to?
Say it again?
What were you listening to?
I woke up that morning early, watched the news, and I went back to sleep. I listened to your tape but I turned it off after a while, at 5 o'clock in the morning. I turned it off at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I wasn't listening to anything. But the night before that, the night of, I was listening to, I listen to it every night. I don't miss a night, so.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, that's impressive.
So, it shocked me. I started smiling the whole time.
And you should be.
Okay, and I have
That's
one
something
more.
to smile about. Go ahead.
Okay, so I noticed in my dreams, right? It seems so real. So in my dream, I'm talking to someone, right? We have a conversation, and the conversation I had last time was I'm take off the shirt or something, right? Which I did. I woke up. I said, but no one's with me. No one's there in the bed with me. And I found myself waking up, doing things. Wait a minute, I was dreaming. It's it came over to my real life. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on with that, because I wake up a same mindset. So I got confused with that. Can it be scary, or am I losing?
No, nothing's scary. There's nothing here but you. There's nothing to be afraid of.
You're right. Correct. You're right.
Never fear.
Right.
Fear will trap you, leave you behind. Right. You see, that's what it is. I love you. If a baby falls out of a 2 or 3 story window, they usually bounce. They don't break anything because they're relaxed. They don't have any fear. They don't understand. But an adult person can step off a porch or a step and break their neck and die because of fear. They fear, and when you get scared, you get real tight. You understand? You tighten up, and when you get tight, your bones and everything get brittle, and that's how you break things. All right, that next spiritual experience somebody wanted to share.
Yes, I was want to ask a question, Amun, about the 2 witnesses Could it be you and AKA I'm gonna say Michael? Just the spirit that works through.
I'll tell you this. I know one of the witnesses is me. I am Ahmed, but I'll let you all work on who Moses is inside your mind.
Okay, AKA Mahmoud, right?
No, Ahmed. I'm Ahmed. I'm the first of the two witnesses in Revelation.
Y'all both three M's?
No, Ahmed is one of the three Mims, right? Ahmed in birth, Muhammad in prophecy, and Mahmoud in the end. That's the three.
Okay.
Yes.
And I want to ask you a question there, though, about the three Mims. Is Malachi also part of the three Mims?
I think he is one of the three Mims.
Okay.
Because he and I are one. Rahubat.
Cool.
Glad to hear your voice. Next spiritual experience.
I have one.
Very good.
I got one.
There was a brother right before you, Kufu. I'll be right with you. Go ahead, young man.
It's been a while. It's been a good time now, and I've been trying to really lock in and really praise to you and to Eliun L and give thanks, and also like to really, really make room in my head and in my heart, in my soul, for the energy to grow, and to be with me all day, because I like to meditate on it and then try to let it play in my subconscious mind, the good and the positive thoughts,
That's right.
And also try to see the new world, where we're going, where we're shifting, try to feel that energy also.
You keep us on your mind, you keep yourself on your mind.
And it's really, I'm really feeling more and more happy, more and more relaxed. I can manifest things more and more faster, easier.
And that's a strong indicator that you enter into the realm of heaven, paradise, bliss.
Hey, I love that to hear that. I love to hear that.
That's right.
I can feel it. And so I just wanted to say I'm really happy. And
I'm happy for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I love you.
I love you too. So I'm really working on gathering the money for the spiritual and healing package. So I just wanted to let you know.
I've been working on it.
I know. So yeah, just wanted to share with y'all. So
very good.
It's been good.
Kufu, you had a spiritual experience you wanted to share.
Oh, yes, sir.
Can you speak up?
Yeah, hold on. Can you hear me loud and clear now?
That's better, yeah.
Okay. My spiritual experience, this past Saturday, coming into Sunday, I've been doing a lot of lucid dreaming. I don't want to say having an out-of-body experience, but heavy on the lucid dreaming part, where, I'm observing what's going on in a dream, right?
Right.
And this particular dream that happened today, I woke up around 2 p.m. this afternoon. The dream was, it's like a bunch of us were hanging out around a pool, or I can't totally recall what was going on, but ultimately what happened was there was this huge snake in the water inside this pool. And all we did was chop the head off the snake.
That's right. What color was it?
Dreams.
What color was that snake?
It was like a black, like a big moskin, like a big part of moskin.
I've seen
poisonous snake. So
I understand.
In these dreams, we just chopping the head off the snake.
That's right.
So I didn't know what that quite entailed, but when I thought about it, I
think you do.
We are in a spiritual war.
That's exactly right.
So,
what you do is decapitating the dragon, the reptile, the snake, the serpent.
And we've been super fearless about it. Like just
that's right.
Just going
Truth be known, they should be terrified.
So that's what I picked up from it, and I thought that I would share it. And
very good.
And I would also like to add that family, we are picking up momentum as far as getting the message out and bringing people to class. Not only that, we are awakening. A lot of us are waking up. A lot of us are actually putting in work. You know, like the Sister Jasmine was not totally against, but she's come a long way and exceeded a whole lot. You know,
I'm very proud of her.
Exponential growth.
She's been on my mind a lot.
So
the progress she's making, and I'm very proud.
So I say that to say this, family. When you say your affirmation, I am one with all, and all is one with me. I am a part of all, and all is a part of me. All can, I can. Really think about what you're saying. So all can do all things, right?
That's literal.
And when you say that, and when you say that affirmation, you have to really feel that. You know, okay? Not just saying it, but actually really feel and understand,
be one with that affirmation, yeah.
And I say that to say this. All can, I can. I can succeed as a part of all and fail as an individual.
That's why you're cutting the head off the snake.
So we're not in this by ourselves. Like the Messiah said, when 144,000 of us, when 144,000 of us collectively come together in one mindset, we can achieve anything, right?
That's critical mass. That's right.
And also, and I say that to say this: be fearless. Don't be afraid to share the post on any of your social media profiles. Okay?
That's right. You're no longer a slave, and the chains have been off for a long time.
If you have to create a whole different account just to post. All right, I know you probably think, we're beating a dead horse, but that horse can be dead and gone. I'm going to still beat the hell out of it to get this message.
Until we achieve our goal of 144,000 on Mount Zion, dressed in white.
Sure.
With our Father's name written in our foreheads, just like mine, with that green light in my forehead, the seal of the ever-living Creator. We all need to achieve that.
Sure.
And we can't do it as an individual.
Sure.
We have to all put energy into waking up to 144,000, and our commitment and dedication and motivation in regards to that goal is what's going to make sure that we not only get to heaven, but we achieve that height and earn the eternal throne at the same time. Right?
Cool.
All right. Any more spiritual?
Right.
Carr, are you here?
Sure.
Yes, I'm here.
Can you open up that prayer pretty loud and clear, please?
The cook saduk de Amun-Rayay. Unabat Momadu. Umadayat who. Umunzer who. Li Panan Zaman who. Wakat. Panabab Yanun. Kalal Hamadat Ade Le Amun-Rayay. Istal Shalil Pa Patet Wu Pa Taha. Anuke Nawapu. I trust by way of Amun-Rayay and his master teachers and his papyri and his warner for this day and time, Panabab Yanun. All praises are for Amun-Rayay, Nathar, overseer of the heavens and the earth. I am Nuwapian.
Thank you very much. Anybody else have a spiritual experience they'd like to share?
I have a question.
Very good. Go ahead with the spiritual experience first.
Yes, sir. So ever since I've been around Zybri, it's just, I don't know, I was just civilians. This is the civilians, like the people, like, I don't know.
Can you speak up some, son?
Ever since I've been with Zybri, it's just like the people has been, I don't know, ever since like I've been with Zybri, I don't know, the energy of the people has been weird. Like, we can be out and like, I don't know, people just be weird. Like,
he's a powerful being. He's very spiritual.
Yeah, people will be like following us, like when I'll be driving, and it's weird, like it's mad weird. Or like we could be out in front of the store, and this drunk dude would come up, and he would start honestly just be tripping on us, he would be tripping on us for no reason. I never met this man in my life. It was weird. It was just weird. And then we have like nonstop just on like this experience is happening all the time. It's just weird. Like,
well, you got to understand the devil and his agents perceive you from which you perceive them not. They can see your light. That's why many of you, when you went into department stores, it seemed like the sales clerk would go out of their way to follow you around. Can I help you? Assalamu alaikum. Atum.
Robat.
When you all, some of you brothers and sisters go in department stores, you knew that the sales clerk went out of their way to follow you around and kept repeating, "Can I help you?" and looking at you as if they thought you were a thief or something like that, right? Or teachers that beguiled you in school and students that picked on you. It's because they know who you are. They can sense your light, and your presence makes them uncomfortable. But blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, because theirs is the kingdom of heaven. All right? Karima, you need to come with some questions or spiritual experiences, because we'd like to get to know you a lot better. All right? And I'm just glad you're here. Everybody welcome Karima to class, please, family.
Welcome to class. Welcome to class.
Welcome to class.
Much love and light. Karima. Thank you.
Okay. All right. What is that? Let me add on spiritual experiences. I had an OBE a couple of days ago, and I was with many of you all, but I had opened up another bookstore, and in fact, I had started writing a book, a very thick book, and I had illustrations in it, and etc. It was a powerful book, and it had a lot to do with the sun, and I got over halfway finished with the book, so I had to go back and finish that book and bring it out of my super subconscious into my conscious walking wake mind, and I think it'll help shift the tide on earth to bring us to a conclusion, a joyful conclusion in our journey. Also, night before last rather, I had a most wonderful experience, and it's going to be hard to describe. But my oversoul, my higher self, revealed to me in a completely different way who I am exactly, and showed me how I'm coming through a lot of challenging situations. Like the police unlawfully had me going to court very recently because Brother Hotep here was driving the car, and I was inside the house, and I had nothing to do with it. But he didn't even do anything wrong, but the police followed him, and the people that was working on my home told me that the police had him hemmed up in the parking lot. So I went outside to stand with him and asked the officer what had he done? Why is he molesting him, bothering him? And so he ticketed me and told me to come to court. I said, I wasn't even in the car. I wasn't, but it didn't make it. But anyway, long story short, I did go to court. But when I got to court, I started transforming, like Jesus in the Bible. When the disciples came out to witness him on that hill between Abraham and Elijah, and they had all transformed. I had transformed into a light being, like Panababi Anun says to me frequently, you belong to two worlds. I really do. I belong to two worlds. And you have to remember, when you're in a spiritual vibration, that nothing in the physical world can harm you, right? So, because they can't touch you, right? You're not a part of this world. You may be in the world, but not of it, right? So, people can see me, like the brother and sister that live with me, they can see me. People can probably touch me, even. But they can't really affect me in any negative way, because I'm not physical at that point. It's a lot more intense and a lot more detailed than that, but I really don't know how to approach an explanation. Until I do, I'm going to leave it there. But there's been a lot of things happening in the spiritual realm with me, and I can tell you right now I'm growing. I can tell you that's the most unusual experience I had in my memory here on earth at this time, and I can't explain that either. But I woke up one morning and I was exhaling. When I was breathing, it was like when you a child blowing the bubble gum up into a ball. There was something coming out of me like that, a big ball. It was translucent, but it had markings and designs on it, all of them the exact same. But that thing kept getting real. It started getting big fast. It was swelling up big, like if I didn't do something that was going to encompass me, the room, and everything, I was going to be inside the ball. So I just took my hand and knocked it away, and it was gone. But I wonder if I should. I don't know if I should have done that or what. I don't even know what it was. I can't explain it. That's the best I can do. So that's to let you all know that you will encounter some things that you really can't explain at this point in your journey. But it's most important, like Khufu said, never fear. Don't panic anything, because you'll block your blessings through fear. Okay, Patai, you wanted to share something with us, and then Amun, you had something you wanted to share with the class. Patai?
Yes, Amun, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm doing great.
Okay.
Which Patai you wanted, Amun?
Delante, he had something he wanted to teach the class tonight.
One moment. Hello? Kim, are you here?
Yes, we hear you. Speak up, Patai.
All right. Yes, I was just going to talk about briefly.
You got to speak up louder, please.
I'm going to talk about briefly the illusion of matter, physical matter. I just wanted to say that matter on a subatomic level is constantly being recreated. So through consciousness, but so while it might seem like things are stagnant or constantly growing, what's really happening is that through subatomic energy, it's really constantly rearranging and being recreated every moment.
Right.
So it's just like you might think that we're not looking at something, it's always there. But really, it's not the case.
the observer
That's right.
can collapse the wave function and then give birth to physical body.
That's right. Collapsing energy into forms.
Yeah. Yeah. And so that's the basis of it. It can go deeper, but
that was deep.
Yeah.
And it's something for everybody to ponder on. I appreciate that. All right. Are you here? Uncle Amun.
Sure.
Okay. Did you have something you wanted to share in part to the class? I almost said college, right? Well, that means I know you all in that sandbox. Good.
Sure. I just wanted to share with the family a couple of things that we've done when you initially started doing the classes online or the call-ins. And one of the things, I know and I realize all of us have like a favorite author or poet. We know their works and things like that. So as a writer, even, when you go to the movies, they have these directors, writers, and the producers. They do the whole thing. Well, as Amun has taught us that when you're the author, the control of the characters and what's happening in the storyline, it's in their charge. They're in control of what's on the next page. If that character lives or dies, if they're the superhero, the pen is in the author's hand. And he's taught us that that's who we are. We are the authors, the finishers, everything. We're it. We're it because in reality, nobody's here but us. And so we're writing the story. We're in control. We're writing the whole story. I'm writing the story with a mucus in it. I'm writing the story with heart in it. I'm writing the story with Kusu in it, with Jasmine in it. And we're all, as Kusu said earlier about the affirmations, we appear and we think that we're individuals. And the lives that we've lived previously makes up who we are today. Pain, traumas, hardships, the whole nine. Victories, everything. So we have to acknowledge and look back on that and learn from it because it's coming, as Amun has taught us, to teach us lessons for our souls that we need to progress on to the next level. So when these things happen that we don't see coming and it hits us out of left field or whatever, it's like, okay, did I cause this or what? We have to get the lesson because there's a lesson in it. And if we don't get the lesson, we're going to repeat it and repeat it and repeat it, just like in school.
That's right.
You went to school, you failed, you kept repeating it. You kept doing the same lesson over and over again. So I'm just saying, I want to express to the class that we are in charge what happens on the next page. We're in control of that. So it can be, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, as a man thinketh, so is he. So I don't know everybody's story because everybody has one and everybody doesn't know my story. But in our innermost being, we're all that one. We are the one. And that's where we connect. And when the brothers spoke last week in class, Andrew and Kusu and Har, it was amazing. And I thank you, brothers, for allowing the Most High to speak through you. I thank each of you because you all did a fabulous job. And it really blessed me and helped me when I was in kind of a tight spot. So I do appreciate that. But I just want to express that the things you look at will never change until you change the way you look at things. And when these things begin to change, what's happening is your DNA is exploding and you're growing and you're waking up and you're ascending. That's what's happening.
That's right.
So I love each of you and I wish you the best. Thank you.
And we love you as well. Yeah. What she was speaking about, yes. What she was speaking about, as many of you were present when I taught that what we have to emphasize and what she was communicating is that you are in charge. What you are is you're the authors of your own story, and you plan a role or a part in the story that you wrote. But the control comes in remembering that that's the highest aspect of your consciousness. That's in control. That's the author of the story. Your physical body and your lower brain are not. They're merely characters in the story. So that's why you're being constantly told to be in the world but not of it. Come on up here. Because the aspect, again, of you that is the author of the story is not the part of you that you see in the mirror or it's the I, and I'm in here talking to myself, not to myself, right? It's the observer or the one that's looking at you in the dream when you say, I saw us last night in the dream. That I is single. It's not a we or us, that's a single I. And believe it or not, that's the same I that sees me and creates my dreams and realities and all of the phenomenal realities that you all create. There's only one I, one author, and we are that author. Therein lies the truth that we are all that one. We have to return to the world of the first mind because there's pain and suffering below. As long as we identify with the character in the story, like she said, the character has no control over what happens on the next page. Only the author does, because he has the Kwalamu, the pen in his hand. And the scribes wrote that if all the seas were ink and all the trees were pens, you could never exhaust the words of the Most High. So there's no end to your story. Just make sure that you're writing a beautiful one for yourself and everybody else. Right? Now, who has that first question? I love you all.
Go ahead. I have kind of a spiritual experience, or maybe I just wanted to tell about a dream I had the other day.
Very good.
It was something, it was kind of short. I'll just keep it short. It was something where, like, you know how we were talking about the Armageddon, like the war and stuff like that, and then with, like, Donald Trump, like, the Antichrist and stuff? So, like, within my dream, like, it was, like, I just remember, like, I guess you could say, like, the war was over. And then once, like, it was, like, I don't feel like I was, like, really in there.
That you're not.
Yeah, I felt like I was just kind of watching, like, the reaction and stuff like that.
That's right.
And it was, like, when people found out that, like, the war was over, like, especially in America, everybody was, like, happy. But you can look at everybody how, like, they were definitely, like, affected. Like, they looked exhausted and, you know, hungry and tired and stuff like that. But once everybody found out, like, the war was over, right? And it was, like, later on, it was, like, with Donald Trump, they, like, basically, like, I don't remember if they sent him to prison for life or, like, they said that he was going for, like, the death penalty or something like that for causing a war. But then in my head, I was kind of like, well, he's, like, in his 80s or something like that, so it doesn't really even matter. But I was like, okay. And then that was basically it. So I felt like, I don't know, it was, like, foreshadowing. And, like, I was kind of like...
You were participating in your own future.
Yeah.
And only you know that was your higher self because your lower self has no knowledge of that. You know, when you have a dream and you see something happening that you haven't experienced in your physical life, and then 2 weeks later, you with a friend or family member and you see it unfold in front of you happening, you turn to them and say, I saw this in my dream 2 weeks ago. You remember that?
Right.
Because you were like John on the Isle of Patmos that were taken up in the spirit on the Lord's day. And he saw over 2,000 years in the future to record the book of Revelations and the book of John, which are the only two books in the Bible that have not been contaminated. Right? So I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of all of you, and I can see you making your progress, and it's measurable. Measurable. Katata, are you here tonight? Or are you still traveling? He's on his way back from Africa back home. And I pray he has a pleasant and safe trip always in all of his journeys. All right, who has that first question they'd like to ask?
Yes, I have one. Moon-Rayay, when you Moon and Malachi unite together, would they unite us together as well with our higher self as well?
Yes. He and I are merging into one. When that which is above and which is below comes together, that'll be the glorious day, beyond our imagination, our ability to imagine, beyond the flights of our imagination. That'll be the day. Because like I said, you all are symbolically made up of 360 degrees of knowledge, 180 degrees of knowledge of negative, 180 degrees of knowledge of positive, with free will as a pivot point. And optimally, the 180 degrees of positive is going to overcome the 180 degrees of negative and convert you into 360 degrees of positive, which is deity. But it's not over, because the 360 divides against itself, and you have 360 negative and 360 positive. The same process has to play out until the 360 agreeable overcomes the 360 disagreeable, and you convert to 720. And when 720 and 720 above come together, that's the 1440, right? Degrees.
Right.
That'll be the merge.
Would it make us avatars or make us higher than avatars?
It'll make you high as you want to be, because when we come together as that collective, that's just our natural state, because we were one to begin with. You follow?
Thank you.
The idea that you are all individuals is just one universal mind, and we're all different aspects of that one. You know, he merely shares and we become. But we've never ceased being the one. We can't stop being the one. The one is the only thing there is. But it's like,
thank you.
I love you. It's like he sent us all out like tentacles of an octopus. And we're all on different journeys, vibrating on different frequencies, experiencing different realities. And we're all collecting a lot of different information and experiences, good and bad. And as we accumulate all this knowledge, we're evolving back into the oneness. So we're raising back up into him, into Fa'ud. And we're going to bring all that information with us. You follow me? And then there'll be another big bang, and we'll go out again and achieve higher heights. So you see, even Fa'ud is constantly evolving and growing. It's an upward momentum that has no top, no glass ceiling, okay?
Is that the reason why the universes are always expanding?
It is expanding. And there are 7 universes, son, and the one we're in right now is the smallest and central of all those 7 universes. And as it expands, the one we're in, one day it's going to reach the height of its expansion when it touches the perimeters of all the other expanding universes that are around it. And when it hits the borders of all those, then you're going to have a reverse energy, and it's going to start imploding. The one we're in is going to implode and shrink all the way back down into that original tiny nucleus that exploded out of the right eye of the pupil of Amun-Rayay. You follow me? Now, what you all are doing is you're endeavoring to raise up and wake up in time before that collapse. Because what the masters do is when that time comes, and it will, they're intellectually evolved enough to cross over into another universe. You follow what I mean? So they're immortal. They never stop living and never stop having new experiences. You follow? But that's what you have to learn to do. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, this is just
Amun-Rayay, they blocking everything you saying.
Say it again.
They're blocking everything you just said.
Well, they're not blocking it because you all are receiving it. They can't block the truth. Because when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Because you yourselves are that truth. And as I told you many times, there's really nothing that I can teach you. My job here is to get you to remember things that you previously knew but have forgotten by what you call time. We're all one. There is no big or small in the eye of all. But in the Grand Assembly, listen, in the Grand Assembly of the Most High, some of you wake up before others, that's all. But every flower blooms in its own season. Okay?
Abu,
yes.
This is Beth.
I know your vibration and I love you.
I love you more. Well, I have a question to ask. Can we feel ourselves emerging back into the all?
Yes, we can. In fact, as Riskians, they have the ability to spiral down into physical beings, right? Highly evolved physical beings, but physical beings. But at will, they can spiral back up into Etherians. You follow what I mean?
Cool.
So they become Etherians at will whenever they get ready. And what you saying? Can we?
The phone.
Yes, I know they are, and that's the job of the reptile. But everybody's supposed to hear me. Will hear me, right?
Right.
Sure.
Okay. Do you all want me to hang up and call back in?
Yeah, call back. I hear you with the phone. Please call back in. Move.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many of you all hear the distraction on the phone that he's talking about?
I don't hear no distraction.
I don't hear.
But everybody
Okay. Well, mute your phones and give me that next question.
I got a question.
Okay.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, Moon. I want to share. Remember, I talked to you about the vibrational portal, the video that I had seen on YouTube.
Yes.
Yes. It was about the name of it was vibrational portals. It was dealing with those forbidden technique to activate your inner vision. It talked about a vibration code, and one of the saying it said, if you separate the spirit from the body and learn to see with the eyes of the soul, then the hidden truth behind all forms will be revealed to you. And then he broke down about the two worlds. He said you always live within two worlds. The first, the physical, concrete, visible world, and the subtle. The second one is energetic vibration world. He said the first one is obvious. He said, and the second is silent. Most people believe only what they can touch and measure and exist. He said, but we got to learn to tap back into the invisible world, which is the real world that we need to connect ourselves to.
Let me ask you, who is this person that's teaching that?
That was on vibrational code. It was talking about Kabbalism.
Okay. Let me just caution you all, son. Make sure that you understand that you only have one spiritual master here with you. And a lot of people are going to say things to you about the spiritual realm and what their concept of what life after death may be. But since they've never experienced it, they don't really know. They guess just like you. But go ahead.
Oh yeah, he was just it wasn't nothing to take away from what he was teaching.
He was sharing with you his opinion.
Yeah, I got you. Understand?
Right, because we can't teach this like it's facts, right? Only a master has died or transformed into the spirit knows that. Because mortal beings have not died, they experienced it to come back and tell you. You follow?
Understand?
So we all have to be careful when we go on YouTube and these various places, and people that they call themselves master teachers or whatever it is that they're trying to title themselves, they start explaining lofty concepts and spiritual realities and things to do with the soul, etc., that they don't have any knowledge of any more than you do, because they're physical just like you. Be very careful, because they sound like they know, but they don't. They can be very misleading. You follow?
Understand?
Yes. But I love you, and I know that you for real, and you are evolving. See, I believe in you more than I do that guy on YouTube.
I got you.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's right.
Yeah, I agree as well. That's right.
I got a question. It's cool.
Go ahead. What is your question?
Whose number is 1739?
1739.
Yeah.
What do you mean number?
Area code 601.
601. That's okay. Wait a minute. 1739. That's Mississippi. 601. That's Lorenzo in Meridian, Mississippi.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Whoever that is, you need to mute your mic.
Mute your mic, Lorenzo. Thank you, son.
Press the mute button.
Okay, I'm muted.
Press the mute button. Thank you. What he did, he uncovered the distraction right there. All right, next question. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
I got a question.
All right.
You can go ahead. You can go ahead, brother.
I just wanted to share a quick experience.
Somebody had a question.
I said Andrew can go.
Go ahead, Andrew.
Okay. I just wanted to share a quick experience of...
Speak up, please, son. I love to feel your vibration, too.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Is that better? All right. Yeah. Just wanted to share an experience of a couple recurring dreams over the last night from listening to the Cosmic Traveler. While I was sleeping, one night I dreamt that I learned how to fly again. Like I figured it out. Then the next night, I had a deja vu in the dream because I was like, look, I'm flying again. And I told people in my dream, I was like, yo, I just dreamt that I could fly.
That's right.
And so they were like, what are you talking about? And I started doing it right in front of them. And they were like, oh, snap.
It's no different than moving the stars. Right.
Building that muscle. I just wanted to share that, building that muscle.
I love you, and I'm very proud of that evolution. I'm very proud. That's just a crack. You got one foot in the door that we're going to throw wide open, though. It's the beginning of the great new wonderful for us. Thank you, Andrew. Now, the sister had a question.
Yeah, I had a question. Hopefully I can put it together.
You can.
So I noticed that I'm like getting away from like this current world and going to the new heaven and earth.
That's right.
And like I noticed like the stuff that I kind of used to like it doesn't like entertain me anymore.
And the food don't start not even tasting real or good to you. Right. Go ahead.
Yeah, the food and the entertainment. Now I think like in the stuff that I used to think about, I think I've kind of said this before, but I feel like just me sitting right here, like I'm kind of like in a like boredom that I can say. And my question is basically, how do you kind of deal with that in a sense? Is it just like just to keep on? Yeah. How do you work on like boredom?
I love that question. All right. And the obvious answer is that you have to keep coming on up here, because you have to start using mind again. In other words, the things you look at, like Ankh said, will never change until you change the way that you look at things. So what I'm saying is this. From a physical perspective, you can always be satisfied with more money, more lovers, more homes, more cars. But a spiritual being can never be filled up with physical extravagances. In other words, how can you satisfy a spiritual master with 3 cars or 4 homes or 3 restaurants? You follow me? Because your spirit can't be filled. So what's happening with you is this: you're transforming into a spiritual reality, right? But you're still looking at things through a physical perspective, a limited perspective, while your inner being is crying for much more expansive means of gratification. You follow what I mean?
Sure.
Yes.
Like there's levels to love. There's the love you can have for your children, your family, for your possessions, for yourself, for your man or your woman. You follow? Or your career. But the highest form of love is Aish, or divine love, that encompasses all. Are you following me? And that's the only kind of love that a guy can be quenched with. You follow? There's nothing in the physical plane or in the physical world that can make it fulfill a deity, because they're much too large. Their capacity is too great. You know what I'm saying? So we used to be living in the world of childish things, but now we're maturing and we've got to put away childish things now. And go back to the world of the first mind. You know, when you used to do things like, you see this world right here, Jasmine. Amun, you used to create worlds like this. Did you hear me?
I believe that, yeah.
Yeah, you used to create worlds like this, and then just like today you might have a tropical fish tank, and you sit around for hours and study the fish, and you created a world for them, you know what I mean? Or an ant farm, you know. You used to look at the world that you created and monitor it with weather, and monitor the people and look into their lives, you know what I mean, and this, that, and the other. And that's how you enjoyed it. That was a recreation, a form of recreation for you. You follow what I mean?
Yeah, I do that during my daydreams, yeah.
That's exactly right. But now, in this physical reality, we spiral down into physical form. In other words, it's like you are God that created this creation, and now you step down into your own creation to experience the nature of things. But as you start waking up, you start outgrowing the thing that you created. You follow me? Because you're bigger than it. There's nothing in the world that can satisfy you, because you're bigger than the life itself. You see, when you look at the world through physical eyes, you're in a room right now, you can't see past the floors, walls, or ceiling. You follow what I'm saying, Amun? So in reality, your whole reality is contained within the 4 walls, floors, and ceilings of the place that you're in right now. But if you close your physical eyes and make that journey within and reconnect with the higher spiritual you can see your truck or your car from inside the house, can't you?
Sure.
And you can see the stars at 12 o'clock noon, or the sun at 12 o'clock midnight. You can see your mother's face. You can see your friends on the playground. You can see, like you just explained to us, you described some future events a little while ago. You remember that? So you were seeing, you were involved in your own future. Are you following me with Donald Trump and etc.? You were seeing things in the future. You follow me?
Sure.
So what I'm saying is your capabilities are extremely unlimited when you work from your higher aspect, your higher consciousness, right? But what's happening right now is you're not totally a cosmosan. You're still kind of a mortal in a fledgling state. And you're trapped between 2 realities. So you would be like a cos. I mean, what did I call you? When you be not one or the other, but you're between that. I had a name for it. But what it is you're a cosmos and animal blended together, and you're making your way over into your higher consciousness. But in the interim, until you get all the way over there, you're still experiencing things through your physical senses, right? But the inner spirit inside of you is waking up, and it can't be satisfied by little things like that, like a donut. You follow?
Yes.
You can't even.
So how do you?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say. So how do you kind of satisfy?
The only way you can do that is keep coming until you get all the way up here and wake all the way up and come all the way into the spiritual realm and return to your former greatness. Where that you saw everything all the time, you made that eye single and you only used your mind's eye. You follow me? So you can see everything at once. Past, present, and future. And even outside of time. Because you have no limitations. You have no restrictions. Nothing in creation can satisfy you because you are indeed the creator. And the only thing that makes you content is creating. Worlds which may be still inconceivable, it might be hard for you to imagine right now in your journey, but that's what you're approaching, and you're straddling both those realities right now. You follow me?
I feel that too.
Yeah, I know you feel it. We all do. So when you experience the physical reality and you're trapped inside that room, and then you step outside the room on the class with me, and you look up at the sky and you start moving the stars, sometimes you forget while you're moving them that mortals can't move stars. You follow me?
True.
So you're working out of both principles. And the mortal is, the deity is totally unimpressed with everything in the physical realm. You follow me? Or bored, as you say.
That's the word. Yes, bored.
That is bored. It is boring.
Yes.
You don't even share the same. In other words, you outgrowing the fear of death and all those things that petrify the mortals. And that they seem to be so preoccupied with it that there are actually some men and women in the world that can't enjoy their own physical life day to day because they're overwhelmed by their fears of physical death. You follow me?
Mm-hmm.
But you're no longer afraid of death because it's been explained to you by a master that's been there. You follow? So you're seeing things quite differently, Star Mover. You follow? You're moving into another phase, a much higher phase. You're moving into the phase, like Unc was saying, you're becoming one with the author of the story and not the characters in it merely. You follow? Now, the author can't be satisfied with what happens with the characters because the author is the creator of the story and the characters. Are you following me?
Tour.
Right.
Tour.
You got bigger fish to fry.
I follow.
Yes. A spiritual master is quite a different animal. It's not the same thing as a mortal, and it doesn't think like a mortal. I want to say he or she, but you see right there when I use the word gender, he or she, as a deity, you no longer belong to that. You're no longer male or female even. Are you following me?
I feel you.
Yeah.
You're God. You're not male or female. You're God.
Is it Homo Galactia?
Homo Galactia is the term I affectionately called you all. That's right, Homo Galactia. Like Homo sapiens and cosmosis together at the same time. You're merging, you're traveling from one to the other. But in the interim, in the present, while you're between the two worlds, it can be confusing, very.
Sometimes that happens. I sit down and I just watch what's going on around me, and I'm a bit confused, like, because you're between the two realities. And you are a dual personality, like you say. I'm in here talking to myself. And you can still choose between looking at the world through physical eyes or looking at it to make the eyes single again. You follow me? What you're beginning to realize is you can use both your physical eyes inside the room you're in right now, and your reality will be restricted to the parameter of the room. But if you want, you can close your physical eyes and spark off your inner being, and you can see everything outside the room. Past, present, and future. Above and below. Why do they call that eye the all-seeing eye? Because it can see all. And deeper than that, that is the eye of Faud. That's the eye of all. That's the single eye. That's what the brother was talking about in the event horizon, Delante, the overseer. You follow me? The observer that collapses waves into forms. That's sharper than saying to a thing be, and it is. In other words, you're thinking up existence as you go. White people know you're God, and they know they're not. Yeah, and they know they're not. So they can't control you, but what they want to do is keep you spellbound and make you believe that they're supreme beings, so that with your imagination you'll create heaven for them, which naturally creates hell for yourself. They paint God as a white man with a beard because once you believe that God is a white man, then you put them in heaven as God and they're supreme beings over you. That's why they fear the truth, because the truth, John 8:32, know the truth, and the truth will make you free. Free of that lie.
Absolutely.
Right?
Sheesh. Right.
So they feel woke, W-O-K-E. They don't want you to wake up. Nor do the black devils. Because they've already been judged. Jasmine, you're going into some deep areas right now. That's it. But that's where I like. That's my wheelhouse. I like to be there. Next question.
Yeah, earlier today.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say earlier today I was trying to practice OBE, just closing my eyes and like creating my own world, like how you were saying, to try and do like visualization.
Yes.
So I think that's what I'm gonna work on than trying to.
You're not trying, do it. Because if you set your mind to trying it, you'll always be trying, see? Like on the Matrix, when Morpheus told Neo, stop trying to hit me, just hit me. Right? Take Padabab Yanun. He created a class where he told you how he created Tamaray. He went inside of his mind and he saw the acres, the 400 and something acres that he bought. Then he saw the gateway to it. Then he saw the buildings. He saw the people. He saw the people coming in and out, leaving and coming in. He saw the celebrations we had. He saw all that in his mind. And it got so real to him until he just pulled up there one day and it was there. You understand?
Sure.
He really is a god. but know that there's another God here too. And I love you. And what I know is that all of you are gods, because there's nothing else you could be except God. You follow me? But the spell that you've been under, that's where all your pain and misery and struggling comes from. All your hurt is born out of not knowing, but thinking you know, which you know not. Because the information that you need to break this spell is not inside the confines of any books in a university. Are you following me? The knowledge that we're bringing to you is universal, not university. People are not being educated in schools that white folks have. They're being programmed. They're not taught how to think. They're being taught what to think.
What to think. Absolutely.
Just like when you go to church, the preacher's not asking you asking for questions. He's just talking from the beginning, and he's telling you what to think. He's programming you. And one of the reasons he's not asking if anybody have any questions is because he knows he doesn't have the answers.
That was good, Amun. Yeah.
It's true. But Yanoon and I, we ask for questions, right?
Right.
You see the difference? There's a difference between preaching and teaching. A big difference. Preaching is for mortals that don't know their own mind, and they're content with that. They're not far above the animals, and they can have degrees, PhDs and all that, right? Educated clowns, because they think they're smart, but they're programmed. You know, I'm not programming, but and besides, I'm tired of listening to this because I got to go home. I'm missing my favorite program, brother. Right, I know. Yeah, you're not programmed. You listen to that radio program, the church program, the television program. This whole thing is a program. Go ahead. I was sent inside of this system, this three-dimensional hologram, to unyoke you, to wake you up, and lead you back out into the reality, into your higher self.
Thank you, Amun.
I love you. Because you could go on literally forever in this thing, just dropping down further and further, experiencing more pain and more sorrow and more emptiness, being unsatisfied, because that spiritual aspect of you was always present. So no matter how satisfied you think you are, there's always this nagging sense that you have that you're not really completely satisfied. You follow me? No matter how much you eat, how much you have sex, how much money you get, how many houses and cars you have, you know, because in a physical sense, if a man's got 3 houses, physically, how many can he live in at one time?
Only one.
So if somebody's talking about they got 5 women, I understand, but how many women can you make love to at once?
One.
You see, it's an illusion. The devil's a liar. Don't you see that? And you're beginning to outgrow his game.
Amun.
Yes.
The guy, the Sabian, that's on the OSM channel.
What now?
The brother that's on the OSM channel, the Sabians.
Which one?
My name's Andrew.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, the Waffle channel.
the Wabian channel. Can somebody explain to me what she's trying to communicate?
Yeah, I'm on. Wrong back.
One at a time. Go ahead,
My bad, brother.
Go ahead, brother.
There's a page. There's a YouTube channel on YouTube run by some of the Sabians of the Nuwapian Nation, whatever you want to call it. And they call that channel OSM channel. It's the same people that be kind of like in that group that Kufu showed me about, that's in Telegram. But it's video format on YouTube. And he be on there teaching certain Partner Bab Yanoon teachings. Same guy that put up a video about Dr. York and said he is the Messiah, and I asked him questions about it, he refused to answer it.
Because he can't, not truthfully.
Right.
First place,
Really allowed to ask.
Malachi came and he taught what it is he came to teach. All that old stuff has got to go. His time to rule was 1970 to the year 2000, the first half hour. And from 2000 to 2030 is Amun-Rayay's time to rule. I know there were people, Elijah Muhammad predated Malachi here. And Elijah taught, and on his mission, he gave you what he came to give you. And when his time was up, he told you all to go to the man with the letter lamb, which is Malachi. Am I right or wrong?
Right. Right.
But many of them, a lot of them, they thought they were being faithful and true and that they loved Elijah, and so they wouldn't leave Elijah. So they say they believed in Elijah Muhammad, but they only believed he existed. They didn't believe in him like people say they believe in God. But to believe that God exists is not believing in him. It means to believe him when he says do this or that will happen to do this. You follow what I'm saying? So Elijah said, go to the man with the letter lamb, go to Malachi. I gave you all I came to give. And the same thing's happening with Malachi. He keeps telling y'all that it's Amun's time to rule, who is the Nuwabian Christ and who is the Messiah. He keeps telling you, I'm not the Messiah, and never was the Messiah, never will be the beloved Jesus Messiah. Don't do that to me. And proving existence of God, the DVD said, all this old stuff has got to go. There's a new God here. And he's doing it differently. He's teaching outside the box. He's not trapped inside of person's places and things. And the way you're hearing this class come through me tonight, the majority of this stuff, this information is not inside the box, is it?
No, sir. It's not.
That's right.
No, it's not.
That's exactly right. So you have to learn to let that old stuff go. And come on up here. I was sitting here to create that final stairway to heaven. To help you activate the deity inside of you so that you won't get left behind when times get beyond repair.
Thank you, Moon. Thank you for that. I appreciate
I love you.
This.
I love you. So you better wake up and stop going backwards and keep on going to mortal beings for spiritual information to get you to heaven. There's nobody in creation that knows how to navigate creation and get you out of creation and back to heaven. They mortal beings just like you. You hear me, Star Mover? Why are you going to them for information? Are you crazy? The only person you're supposed to be going to for information about getting to heaven is somebody that was sent from heaven.
That's true.
And you got to know that because they should prove that. By teaching and performing miracles and healing people in ways that you know no man can do. But those of you that believe and then turn again in disbelief, then increase in disbelief, and there is no saving of that man or woman. Be careful. The only one that knows everything about creation is the creator of it. It can't be taught from the inside out or from the bottom up. This information has to be taught from the top down. You really want people telling you about life after death or heaven that haven't been there?
Oh.
Or don't remember?
Do it.
An insight?
Do it.
What they're doing is writing stories just like Spielberg, and they're making it sound good and heavy. It's to trap the fools that think they're learning and they're knowing, and they finding something heavy. You're not dealing with nothing heavy as long as you're dealing with human beings.
Fact.
I don't care how heavy it sounds to you. They're making it up. They don't know. They've never been there. They never experienced it. How's somebody going to tell you about life after death if they never died? How are they going to do that? But they know this. When they teach you about life after death in the spiritual realm, that you might believe it because you can't prove they're lying because you don't know either. Only the spiritual masters that were sent by El the Most High know. Try to get that through your head, please. And stop repeating the same, returning like a dog to its vomit. Stop doing that. Talking about what you heard from Willy Wonka and Shirley Blumenthal. Stop it. These people talking because they got a hole in their face. They don't only ask for a hole in the ground. They don't know no more than you do. But they got a hell of an imagination. And it sounds so good, don't it, Jim Jones? But don't swallow it. They only lie. When people start talking all that heavy talk like that, like they know, ask them and say, look, you must be sent from the Most High. And when they say, yeah, I was, they'll say, okay, well, do you mind just proving it right quick? I'm just saying, for me. I mean, you want me to believe in you for my eternity, for my now on, my forever? You want me to put my soul, my immortal soul in your hand and believe, trust what you say? Do you mind just proving that's who you are for me, please? Heal somebody at a distance, nigga. Move the whole creation. Make me know it. So we can stop playing this damn stupid game. Next question.
I have a question, Messiah.
I'll do my best.
I seen in one of the pamphlets that you showed us, it was a prayer for our ancestors, and it mentioned Anun, and I had a question. I didn't know who Anun was.
Anun is Amun-Rayay. You have four principles. You have Amun-Rayay, which is the female deity. Amun-Rayay is like about the size of a mid-sized car to your measurement. And it's like a violet hue. And then you have Amun-Rayay, another female deity, which is represented by the yellow sun that revolves around Risk. Then you have Amun-Rayay, a masculine deity that's represented by the red sun around Risk. And Amun-Rayay, represented by the blue sun that revolves around Risk. Are you following me?
Tua.
Yeah.
I follow. Thank you, Messiah. Tua.
Let me say this. When you want to deal with Amun-Rayay, you have to think of Amun-Rayay, and then you got to see in your imagination her shooting a beam down of light to Amun-Rayay and making a yellow sun ignite. Then Amun-Rayay, and she'll shoot a beam down to create a red sun. Then Amun-Rayay, finally the blue sun. the blue light Pharaoh, Amun-Rayay.
All right, Messiah. Thank you so much.
I love you. So it's not just a triad of Amun-Rayay, and Amun-Rayay. It's Amun-Rayay is the one that they're not telling you about. It's a female deity, and she's really bigger. I won't say more powerful, but I want to, than the other three. Okay?
Is this other in there?
No, that's something different. There's 9 Eneds.
Thank you.
And I'm one of them also. I'm many things. I'm also one of the 2 witnesses. I'm Ahmed, the Mahdi, also Imam Ahmed. I'm also at Amun-Rayay. And I'm one with all of them, just like you are. But you simply forgot. Now, in this dream, you're thinking that you're a part of your own creation. You're thinking that you're a man or a woman with a gender. And you had a beginning you call birth, and you have a death that you call the end. You're finite, but you're not. You're an eternal being. And I'm trying desperately to wake you up to that reality so you won't suffer and agonize anymore about pain about something that's illusory. But those of you that are asleep in this, so shall you be in the next. If you meet that hour, still sleeping ignorant, you'll suffer the second death, which is hell.
Amun.
Yes.
I have a question that just came up. So what you just said about the second death, right? So
yes.
So you know how like we kind of been, I don't want to say reincarnated, but we like, you know, had another
manifestation
life that we're right. We're experiencing well, I'm experiencing this situation now. So for all the people that are like in this now, right, and let's say they passed away like today or something like that, is that like, is that when like that's their final chance? Is this like kind of like their final chance?
That's their final chance in this school, right? Their final chance in this school. Your primary reason for coming here was to wake up again and self-realization, reconnect to the reality of who and what you really are, which is God. You follow?
Yes.
But you've been programmed to believe that you're beneath God and the angels, and you should look up at them and worship them autonomy. You're looking up at the sky. Big and them.